So ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Digii100 Summit 25. Welcoming our guest of honor, Dr. Shirshendu Mukherjee, Managing Director, Wadhwani Innovation Network, Wadhwani Foundation. So let's put our hands together to welcome sir for his address.
Thank you and namaskar. Most respected Professor Anil Shastwuddiji, Madanji, Professor Tariq and Hemant. I think what Madan said in the beginning, I think thanks to Hemant, the way he has organized this event, and we got in touch around a week back, and the follow-up and the dedication with which it literally forced many of us to move schedules and to be here at this exciting event today. So thank you very much, Hemant, for this invite. On behalf of Wadhwani Foundation, I bring greetings from our chair, Professor Dr. Romesh Wadhwani. So I think this is a very apt event today, and bringing in such notable leaders from the education sector, which is very critical to support innovation. I have been working in the innovation ecosystem for the last almost 3 decades now. We're working with various funding agencies globally, philanthropy, and national funding agencies as well to support innovation. And I think innovation, we all know, and I don't have to repeat that, will be a key element to drive us to Atmanirbhar Bharat. And the clarion call given by the Honorable Prime Minister to make India a developed world by 2047, innovation will be a key element to do that. What we are working, and I should not say we all together, all like-minded philanthropies, government agencies are working together to see how we can drive innovation to achieve that. If you all agree with me, and you will definitely, that innovation is basically divided into 3 broad verticals. First is, we call it basic research, or the research which is run in the lab, which is the first step in innovation, without which nothing can move forward. So science plays a very, very critical role, and 60% in the innovation cycle is the science behind it. Then comes the translational part of it. When you validate your innovation, you take it to the next level. We take we move it to, push it to validate at a very strong level to see whether our innovation works. And then finally it comes to see the, when we move into the field. So all these 3 critical areas need strong support academically, as well as translational research, as well as support from the industries, which will take this innovation to, bring it to create the right impact, bring it to the market, or create the right social impact to it. So I think all these 3 fields are very, very critical, and as rightly said by Hemant in the very beginning, education is the largest sector which pushes this education, this innovation system. So I think that is what, and the innovation has to be affordable, it has to be accessible, and it needs to be in such a way that it can literally be absorbed by the society. And I will take an example from how India led its world, and I was also heading in my earlier role when I was with the government system in DBT BIRAC. I was heading Mission COVID Suraksha there as its mission director. There we showed how innovation literally pulled not only India but many countries out of the crisis of COVID. When COVID crisis broke out, we were struggling to get PPE kits, ventilators, thermal scanners, and things like that. But at that time, the strong initiative by the government to support startups, the industries, within 2 to 3 months' time within the system, we could see that our startups rose up to this occasion, our industry, and we were literally able to send out, not only for India, but around the world in 100+ countries, PPE kits, sanitizers, thermal scanners, ventilators as well. So what happened was this innovation which was done earlier literally catalyzed that. When we come to the vaccine story, I think that is one of the big thing which our government did. Globally, only 2 companies manufactured vaccine initially. One made around 2.5 or 3 billion doses. One made around Moderna and Pfizer, 1.5 billion doses. the government of India under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister literally created this mission COVID Suraksha and said we should develop our own vaccines. In 11 months, we came out with our own vaccine. No foreign company would have given us vaccine to vaccinate 1.4 billion people with 2 doses of vaccines. So the government's initiative to create Mission COVID Suraksha, develop our own vaccines. In 11 months, we developed our own vaccine, vaccinated our own people at an affordable cost. If we would have bought from outside, it would have been at a high cost, at an affordable cost and free of cost through the government system. And not only vaccinated 1.3 billion people, but supplied vaccine to 100 plus countries under the Vaccine Maitri program. So that was the role of innovation. It was done by the academic researchers. Vaccine we see in a while, but the back end of it, you have to develop GLP processes, BSL-3 labs, animal challenge facilities, immunogenicity labs, and then to scale up and then to do the human trials. Nothing was bypassed. Everything was done as per required stringent regulatory norms, and we developed vaccines. After 11 months, we started vaccinating our own citizens, plus we started 100 plus countries under that. So I think that was the role, taking clue of that, and I knew the innovation ecosystem making it so strong. I think, but what we should understand is innovation can be, it's not a one-hand job. It is a 360-degree approach. And under this, 360-degree approach means, as I said, science has to be strong, no doubt about it. But when we literally scale up innovation or literally convert innovation into an enterprise, which I'm going to talk in another minute, the other things needs to be built into the innovation ecosystem. What is the IP strategy? What is the regulatory strategy? What is the business plan? If you are scaling up your innovation, what is the exit strategy of that program? The academic community or the will not be able to take it to a level of enterprise. So what you need to have a team around innovation. Sorry, you need to have a team around innovation. So that is what at the foundation we are working with, creating a system that it is. Funding these days, funding is the first critical part of, but funding, I think, is not a problem these days. Government has n number of initiatives, philanthropic foundations are there in India, where there are various government initiatives, huge network of incubators the government has created, private sector has created. So I think we should need to use that to create a 360-degree innovation circle around it. And once this innovation is converted into enterprise, what we think is, that will also help, firstly, in skilling academic researchers, students, to how to convert that innovation into enterprise. And once the enterprise is created, definitely the innovation moves out, but it will be, instead of, the academic students or the students looking for a job, they will be job givers as well. So innovation becomes affordable, it creates jobs. Looking at that, the foundation has created a Wadhwani Innovation Network, where we plan to build 100 innovation hubs across India in next 5 to 6 years in various domains. And the idea behind these innovation hub is not only funding will be a part of it, but how to handhold innovation to take it to a level where it can be de-risked. It will be a fund and a follow model which we are creating, through an approach that the innovation which is created will literally we handhold them through our enterprise model of Ignite, Liftoff, which are various. We would like to train the faculty, the students at undergrad, postgrad, and the PhD or postdoc levels to literally look at the innovation and convert into enterprise. So that's why we are creating these innovation hubs in various domains, in health tech, med tech, quantum, AI, space, critical minerals, semiconductors, electronic vehicles, various domains we are creating. 9 of them we have created, but as we go along, we'll create some more. And this will be working on a hunt and fund model. We will look for good innovations, pick them up, literally mentor them from transforming that innovation to an enterprise, and help them on the way with IP strategy, regulatory strategy, business plan development, to see that innovation literally becomes de-risked. One thing which is very clear, that innovation will be successful if science is good. So that is very important. So in my experience, I have seen if I fund 100 projects, only 5 move through the next level. So with various TRL levels, we will support innovation starting from TRL 4 and literally push them to a level so that they become de-risked at TRL 7 and take it forward. So we will not follow the spray and pray method, which is a classical method of funding innovation. We will follow the hunt and fund model, which will be really used so that innovation can't wait till a call comes out. It has to be picked up as soon as it is noticed, and we will handhold them through our various models and take it up. So this is one of the experiments we are trying to do. As Hemant said, Honorable Prime Minister on 29th April, and we were privileged that Anil sir was there in that event. Honorable Prime Minister announced this at the Yugam event. So we are working on this broad area to create these innovation hubs in various domains to take it forward. Another important area which we are working on right now, we are creating a corpus with ANRF to support innovation again at the academic level, so that innovation gets transformed. Also, we are closely tied up with All India Council for Technical Education to work with their innovation center. Innovation right now, if we see broadly, it is in tier 1 cities or slightly in the tier 2 cities. But I think we would like to see that the innovation comes out from the grassroots level at the tier 3 cities as well. So we are working with All India Council of Technical Education with their 13 innovation centers to look at innovation in various tier 3 cities as well, so that we can at least create an ecosystem in the tier 3 cities, in the colleges there, so that they can identify innovation. They should know how to take innovation to the next level. There are various challenges when as I said, funding is not a problem, but writing a good grant application is sometimes a big challenge. I think so. That is also, you might have an excellent idea, but when you have to convert this idea into 4 pages or 6 pages, well, a reviewer can read it, sometimes that is a challenge also. So I think what we are also trying to do is we are doing series of grant writing workshops, grant clinics to handhold. I don't say that academics are weak in writing, but sometimes, how to place it before a funding agency sometimes becomes a challenge. So for that also, we are, creating grant writing workshops, platforms, grant clinics. My team is also going around places to do that, so that, how to express that to the funder, so that is attractive. Sometimes you have a good idea, but if you have not expressed it properly, it fails out. So that also we are trying to do. So we are trying to literally support the ecosystem at various levels to see how we can literally handhold innovators at college level, at academic level, at the institute level, and working with government, working with other philanthropies as well, to see how innovation can be taken up. And because as I said in the beginning, innovation will be a key element to transform us from, and move us to the Atmanirbhar Bharat level. So we will do our bit to see how we can work with all of you. Look, thank you once again, Hemant, for this invite, and thank you for giving me a patient listening. Hope if around tea or something like that, we can discuss how we work together. Thank you. Thank you, sir.